Hey guys, 20341 here. Call me 2K, 2K3, any other number relay name that helps you remember me. Uh, I do apologize for uh, the delay with the Golf Plus videos. A combination of uh, my second drive issues. It's really a case of the files corrupting when that second drive actually has to write. And the files being corrupted when it's trying to write. But then the other thing that came up recently is I actually had a couple of nights where I had just muscle spasms, most likely due to doing 4 weeks straight of VR golf along with regular golf in between, just hitting buckets of balls into the net in my backyard. Um, and then most likely just a lack of hydration. It's been getting really warm, and even the Sunday before, I ended up mowing 2 lawns. So I'm sure my muscles were just sore. So I've been taking a break for the last couple of days from the game, just giving everything a rest. So I figure while all this is happening, I can let you guys see what I'm using in terms of equipment. This is not an endorsement of any product. I'm not being paid to promote any of these products, so just want to get those disclaimers out. This is just more of a what's in my bag for the real life stuff. So, excuse me. I play connected through the PC. I find it is the best way for me to play. I play with the cable, because even though I'm right next to my the Wi-Fi box, it's literally through that wall that you hear. The AirLink just does not give me good enough signal to be able to play seamlessly. It stutters a lot, so I invested in a cable. But before we get to any of that, I am jumping the gun a little bit. Why don't we start taking a look at the actual hardware that I use, starting with the headset itself. So I actually have the Quest 2. I got this, oh my gosh, 2023, 2022, somewhere in there. And funny thing is, I originally got this for VR chat, and I think I've only used this for VR chat once or twice. So there you go. If it wasn't for VR chat, I actually wouldn't be in the Golf Plus world. I'm sure you can see all the non-standard attachments on this. So let's go through piece by piece. So first thing I'm gonna start with is actually this faceplate here. So this is from VR Covers. This plate is specifically designed to help breathability. So as you can see, all the vents and the air holes and whatnot. I've had this thing for such a long time that it is starting to fall apart a little bit. Hi, buddy. Sakamoto just invading the shop. You can see it is starting to fall apart a bit. I've got some electrical tape for one of the clips that ended up snapping accidentally. And this part of the nose guard comes off kind of frequently at this point, but it's not too much of a distraction usually, luckily. So but especially when I was playing, my lenses were fogging up a lot, uh, especially because I live right near the ocean. It's very high humidity in the summer most of the time, so this reduced that pretty much to the point where it does not exist. I do not get my lenses covered with steam and all of that, so it's very nice to have. In terms of the headset strap, I have upgraded that to the Bobo VR M1 strap. The original strap, the clip that's used to you know, tighten and loosen the strap itself, ended up breaking. So I did need a new strap to invest in. This one's very nice though. It's not too bad. It just clips over the old stuff, slides on, clips in. The very nice thing that I like with this is two things I really like. It's the ratchet, which this is what's on the PSVR. It makes a much nicer, tighter feel, so you don't feel like it's gonna slip off or anything like that. The other thing I like is the wire clip here, and I actually, as you can see, the second hole is slightly bigger. I actually had to manually do that with an X-Acto knife, just to help my cable fit. These are designed specifically for their battery attachments that go on the back here. But again, you know, I don't use that. I'm hooked up to the PC, so no need for the battery attachments. When it comes to the cables themselves, I'll show you what I was originally using. I unfortunately don't have the box anymore, but this was what I was using before, the Casematics 13-foot charge and sync cable. It's actually a pretty good cable. I do like it. The main thing I had was more of user error. What would happen is I would leave the cable plugged in, forget was plugged in, move the chair, you know, pulls on the USB end, and it got to the point where I'm sure you can see it, but that thing is bent. It is no longer straight at the end, so the connections were not strong at all, unfortunately. I actually had to use a hammer a couple of times to help try to bend it that way and to push it down towards the contacts. Luckily, you don't need to do that anymore. At this point, what I do have, two different things that I have. The first one is the cable itself, which I upgraded that to a slightly longer one, the Insignia VR cable. So that one's really nice. The cable itself, it just I don't know, it seems like a better quality because it's just lets you, you know, twist it a little bit more, if that makes any kind of sense. It's not like a massive improvement, but it's definitely noticeable. The only other thing I did have to do was get an adapter, because obviously this one wasn't going to work. I did try one adapter previously, when I was just trying to swap the end. But unfortunately, it was not compatible with the headset. You need a very specific one that will actually take the signal and give it to the computer. Reddit, luckily, when I looked through to find something that would work, actually recommended this in an old post I dug through. And this thing works fantastic. The Electop 3.1 male to Type C adapter. USB-A to USB-C 3.1 adapter, I should say. Yeah, it works really well. So the only other thing I do to help keep the wire out of my area, the clip itself definitely helps redirect it behind me. But then on top of that, I do a bonus thing where I actually physically loop the cable through my chair. So you can see it goes under this elastic, so it helps keep it down. This cable, when it's all untied, feeds to my headset. Like I said, helps keep it behind me. This side of the cable feeds directly into the controller. So usually the chairs face this way. Over here doing my swings, and cable for the most part it's right behind me. It gets in my way a little bit, but you know, it's gonna happen when you're tethered, so just gotta make do with what you have. So Last thing I just want to go over is the attachment I use, because I do use an attachment. I started off with just the controller only, and I got pretty good. I really liked it. I found a one-handed swing that worked beautifully for me. I only used two hands when I chipped and putted. So it is possible to do and possible to, do well with. That in mind, I wanted to get an attachment, because I wanted that. I just wanted the feel a bit more. So I ended up with the limited space I have. I actually use the Yesro Y13. I mainly got it because at the time I was looking at attachments, this was by and far the sturdiest looking one. It's all metal. So with the limited space I have, I'm going to be hitting stuff. Like you can see all the scuff marks on the controller. There's one there. There's a couple of paint marks there, scuff mark here, scuff mark on the trigger. So I've hit this controller a number of times on the door and the closet, the wall, and all of that. And I mean, you can even see how much this has dented. And surprisingly, I'm actually still on the default setting. But this is from a combination of hitting different objects and then me trying to bend it back into position, back into alignment to be usable. So, yeah, it's worked well over the years, that's for sure. The only other thing I changed with this, this is actually the original elastic that came with it. As you can see, it's fraying a little bit. So I stopped using it. I went to use other elastic bands, but I actually found that a cable tie, a Velcro cable tie, actually works extremely well to hold down the trigger. And honestly, it's not too bad to put on or off, as I struggled with it this one time, but it's like, that's it. It's on. It's good. And with this length, there's not much extra, so it just comes off really easily. Storage obviously just hooks right back onto the end, so this was probably one of the better ideas I've had lately for this. So all right, well that's in the real world, what's in my bag. I'm really hoping that this transfer process finishes soon. I've been trying to work on this since Thursday to try. Oh man, it's currently Sunday, May 18th. I don't know if I said that, and it's taking so long for some of these files. Again, it's mainly the files that were written directly on this new drive, so I'm really hoping once the last can transfer, that I can work on the remaining content that I recorded. I should be recording the new content either tomorrow or Tuesday. Not going to be any weeklies, but I'll at least get the 4 dailies. Sorry, I'm not doing the weeklies, but hopefully I should be able to get the, did I say weeklies again? I'm not doing the dailies, but I should be able to get the 4 weeklies done. There we go. Alright, guys. I'll try to put links as I can remember down here for the stuff I have. Again, not an advertisement. It's not any kind of product endorsement. If there's something that you think will work better for you, definitely go for it. This is just what I use. So yeah, thanks everybody who watched this. Hopefully we can, get this recording situation underhand, and hopefully, we'll be able to get more of the traditional Golf Plus content for you. I will, one point, I really want to make a tutorial for how I have OBS set up for Golf Plus. I need to figure out how the Chromecast works in terms of adding that as a source as an option. Just because I don't use it, but it's something that can be done. So yeah, if you guys don't see that tutorial, definitely you can bug me about it in my Golf Plus videos. But otherwise, thanks for watching, guys. I will catch you in the next video.